Hi everybody, welcome back to Cids Modded Life, episode 116 with me, Cid, and last episode we built this little assembly down here. Now, I've AFK'd here for a little under 24 hours, and we've got a reasonable amount of stuff out of it. Not to be sniffed at really. Plenty of coal, lots of tin, lots of iron, lots of copper, lots of lead, some silver, some gold, diamonds, emeralds, redstones, stuff, nickel, Neptune zinc ore without ever having to go into Neptune, Circe's uranium ore, which is one of the reasons I wanted to do this, because this will make us many stacks of uranium, some aluminium ore, and some platinum ore from Kepler 22b, and more coal. And yeah, that is pretty good. I am very happy with this. However, the chunk loading of this didn't seem to take, and I don't know why, because we were in the everything that oh, I don't know, is that not in the chunk? Am I just on the, I mean, that looks to me to be in. Let's have a look at the chunk details. Chunk 10, 14, 15, so that's in. It's in as far as here, and as far as there, and there. 2, 1, 0. So this thing is completely chunk loaded. It should be fine, but it doesn't work. I did some AFKing over at the creeper farm, and when I came over there was no progress made. So what I think I shall do, I'm going to take a whole bunch of this coal, and then I'm going to craft up a whole bunch of coal blocks, and we're going to send, basically I'm going to empty this chest. Fragmented carbon. Okay. Oh, damn it. Yeah, that's not going to work so well. Yeah, I'm going to empty this chest, and then while we do what we're doing this episode, if the chunk loading bit of it works, then you know it should work, and that's all there is to it, really, isn't it? Let me just put you up there. We'll send those back, and we'll come and grab the rest. So let me get all of this sent back to the storage system, and I shall be back in a second. Alright, that's emptied. We're now heading off to our next destination, which is over, I'm not sure what my height was then, but I was feeling a little bit vulnerable. There we go. When you can't see the ground, it can be a little bit alarming, but we want to come over here, and we should be reasonably okay. There should be nothing spawning down here. Everything should be good, fine and dandy. There's a squid up there. I don't think that thing affects squid spawning. However, over here I have got a rather large amount of prismarine, and I said I've got big plans for this, so let me show you some of those plans. So what I want to do is I want to build like a coral structure that's grown up around this and then has grown out to support all of that out of prismarine, and down here like big tree roots. It has to be non-spawnable, and that's relatively easy. One of the reasons for prismarine, of course, is we have got prismarine slabs. Obviously with the dark prismarine, if I can, hang on, let me just have a look at the alternatives. I don't think we have and of course the other problem with dark prismarine is it's quite pricey. So the question is, do we want something like just raw prismarine? It has to be raw, really, doesn't it? I don't see how we can do it. Oh, there is dark prismarine slab. I think the prismarine will look better though, and obviously we need a hell of a lot of ink to do this, which is probably outside of the realms of possibility here. So my thoughts were, for starters, let me just get some slabs going. That should be enough, so we can turn this on, and obviously that should show no spawnable spaces anywhere in this area. So if I were to come from, say, here, now obviously that is showing as spawnable, and we'll just bring this down and out. And I do need to leave myself access to get to this area as well, but that is fine, because what we're going to do is we're going to bring that down here. And then we'll come along like that a little bit, and obviously flesh this out to make a much bigger space. Now, none of it's going to be spawnable while that magnum torch is there. Well, magnum torch, the torchy torch is there, so that's all good. All we need to do is worry about getting a structure in place that kind of grows organically around this thing here, which should be reasonably easy. It's probably not going to be the prettiest thing, because obviously prismarine isn't always pretty. But once you've got that, and then we start doing this on the top of every single block, we end up with something that is spawn safe, and you know, ultimately will continue out like this, and maybe come out that way a little bit, and maybe like that, and just bring this in. So that's the idea. It's going to go all the way up to the top, and it's going to spread out across that and have branches going out that way. So that's my first task of work. It's going to take a while, so might as well get on with it, eh? I'll see you in a mo. Now there are areas up here which are spawnable currently, but that's because I haven't done that. This, I think this probably wants to be thicker maybe, but I'm not sure. Some of these structures down here are fairly light, the other roots are fairly heavy. So that's the thing, and then we got the branching out across the side. I imagine that coming out further elsewhere, and a few other bits and pieces. However, I need some more building materials, because there's something we need to add to this. Well, a couple of things I need to add to this actually, but first things first, let's see if we can't get a quick sleep on. If it's no, it's not night. Okay, that's fine. What I need is a whole load of grass chisels and bits blocks, and some leaves from a very specific tree. I think we'll deal with the leaves first. I'm fairly certain I haven't got the sapling. Let me just check, see if I can grow them here. I will do, but I suspect it's not going to be a major issue thing. Let's have a look. Sapling, ashen, crystal is not what I want. Ghost wood was my second choice. Yeah, I think we're not got the one we want, so let us... Oh, let me just have a quick peek at the ores. I wondered whether they've been processed. They haven't. Okay, so then I want some bits bags. For that we're going to need bits, aren't we? For that I'm going to need some of those. I want to. So the bits bags, if we have a look at my current bits bags, they are not very full, and they take a block each. So we're going to need a fair few. And I also needed those out because I wanted to grab. Let me just take those. In fact, let me take half of those. So I don't think I'm going to want 64 bits bags. And then if I put those in there, we can go 1, 2. So if we have a look at that, that is 3, 6, 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63 blocks, nearly a stack per bag. I think we're going to need slightly more than that. I'm going to take 4, I think. I'm also going to put that away, and I'm going to make a chisel specially for this, just because I can. One of that, please. Thank you very much. And for the time being, we'll stick you into there. Night time, so I can get a bit of radiation, and then we're going to head off to the nether, because I'm looking for a sapling with a very distinctive leaf. I would use the crystal leaves, but they seem to be a little bit fragile, and they're also very blue, so I still need to take that out. Let me just head over here. Yeah, they're also very light blue, and I'd like something that contrasts with the prismarine. So we'll see what we get. Right, so we need to find a tree, and it's not that one, and it's not that one, it's that one. Knew we wouldn't have to go far. We may have to grow quite a few of them though. This should be, yeah, the dark wood leaves is what I want. We've got the, so we can do it with that, but in which I might as well use these for now. Now I would like to obviously get some saplings, but I'll just flat this lot off for starters. So these have got an advantage. They've got a little bit of I might as well grab that while we're here. There was another one somewhere over this way, wasn't there? Yes. Oh, there's also, yeah, there's loads. Let's head quickly over this way. I think to that one. That looks a distinctly safer option. I'm just going to perch on the roof like a bat for a while. Right, let us try and get a sapling. There we go, that's one. I'd like more than one because I don't know what the drop rate is on these. Now these ones will probably give me that. No, they haven't given me the stupid apple. That makes a change. Oh, hello. Can I interest you in the offer of the day? Yeah, let me just go and grab a few more of these leaves. But I think these will be a good contrast against prismarine, and that's really what I'm after. So yeah, I'll grab some more and I'll be back in a mo. Well, I just thought we'd double check, see what. Oh, it is working while I'm away. Excellent. Well, that's handy. Means I can AFK in 2 places at once. I need to just go and recharge my Chaos Orb. Which should go reasonably. You can see the actual thing's already. This altar is full, so as this arrow goes down, that is charging. So I'm hoping that the fact that this area is chunk loaded will always means that recharging this will be really quick. Because it should always have. Well, I would have thought. Well, it looks to be 10 million worth of charge in the ultra. So yeah, that's handy. Yeah, you need to stop repairing that though. That's for starters, because it's trying to repair these obsidian shears, and that is just ludicrous. It'll never manage it. Oh, hang on, and pop that away. Right, so we'll quickly sleep the night off, and not there. We won't there. We need to go and grab some grass into chisels and bits forms. I've got the black hole tank with the starlight because that is something that I'm considering using for this. And let me get you. And we'll head, I don't know, over around here, I suppose. As good as anywhere, isn't it? Whee! Right. Yeah, because those are not man-eating. Those are the savannas, not the Komodos. They're the pains, the Komodo dragons. Right, so I would like to get 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. I'd like you to be set into whole block mode. And I am just going to go round and hammer out all of these grass blocks until I've got 4. I didn't really want all of that. 4 chisel and bits bags full of grass. And the reason for that will hopefully become apparent soon. Should start into, there we go. Yeah, so let me do this, be back in a mo. Alright, got the grass bits, well, at least the first batch anyway. We may need more. A lot will depend on things, and it's not like grass is rare, so not a major worry. Let's head back to the build area where we can start to play somewhat with a little bit of this. And yeah, it's starting to look interesting already with that structure there. Now I'm hoping that there's nothing spawned. It shouldn't have done because that thing's in the way. However, my thoughts were this. So we're going to set this to be quarter block for starters, and I'm going to chop those out, and then I'm going to place down those. Now remember, these are not spawnable, so we get grass rather than this going on. Now the other thing, and this is going to take a little bit of planning, is up here we should have, now this is not actually the best place for it, we should have some places where we could potentially have a, I don't know, a small lake kind of thing, and it's going to be difficult to get it over that side, I think. Let's have a look what we got going over. Problem is these corners here are a little bit that's not bad, but it's kind of going down to the wrong location. I think we're going to hit that glass area down there. I suppose it doesn't really matter. Or do we just try, let's just come underneath a second. See, there's no caves there. over this side we've got this rather nice cave system, which if we were to tunnel up through, we will hit the bottom of. Yeah, alright. This is not good. Okay. No, that's not going to play. Somewhere in this structure is a position where we could potentially put a water feature. I'd like, let's maybe try, what about over here? Now, I use the word water feature loosely. I'm fairly certain, let me just go and check this out. Fairly certain that, yeah, that is butting right up onto that. So there's going to be no feature above, but that doesn't really matter too much. What we can do is we can grab this and that should flow neatly down to there. Now what we don't want is this, obviously. What I ideally want, okay, we've got a slight issue there. What we ideally want is I don't know, let's have a look. If I were to come in here, now what you're going to go, if I were to take that out, that is going to go to there, and it goes straight through and into that, so that's not ideal. Unless of course I drop that down there. Oh, hang on. Can I drop it down there? No, but I might be able to get it from that side. And there, for the time being. So if we were to come around here and put this around the area like that, that's not quite going to work, is it? Unless we were to do that. And then take it down. Let me just work around with this a bit and I'll be back in a mo. Alright, well that's the 4 bit bags emptied. Yeah, they did not go far at all. That needs to come down. We need to keep hold of that. We've still got all of those. So, well, I suppose I say they didn't go far at all. They've actually not gone too badly. I moved the water from that stream over to that stream, and we've done reasonably well here. We've got a reasonable coverage around the area. More to do. The nice thing with this is because we're slabbing, it's spawnable, but it doesn't look like slabs. That actually looks like almost like a grass block. It's not got the texture going down the edge. That is the only issue with it. But yeah, if that's the worst I have to put up with, then I'll live with it. However, we need still to do something with some of this lot. Let me I'll get rid of you and take a bit of that and more of that and yet more of that. In fact, let me put that away and bring that on the bar, and activate it. It ruins the kind of the feel of the place, but what we can do now up here is we can start with this lot. And in much the same way we did the tree in whichever sky block it was that I did the tree, was it Sky Factory 3? We can basically come out here and, you know, pop a few blocks around and make it, you know, bigger and more floofy. I don't think I'm going to do these dangly. I may change my mind yet, but let's just see what these look like with a little bit of this going on around them. What do we think? I think they need more. But once we get into the structures in here, for example, we'll have plenty of this going on around the area anyway. So, oops, let's just move over there and get this I think it will potentially look quite good. This is going to be a massive job, and I don't think I'm going to get it recorded all built and recorded this episode. It's big enough that it's going to take time, it's going to take a lot of effort, and this kind of work is suited to quiet down periods when you're waiting for things to happen, or you know, obviously now we've got the we need to get more, and we are going to need to grow a whole load of these as well. This bit I've picked up is not going to be enough, obviously, but this gets rid of the spawnable chunk blocks on the top as well, which is all nice. And yeah, as a nice contrast colour, I think, for the prismarine. So that is kind of where we're going. It's not going to be, as I say, not going to be finished this episode. I need to check how long I've been recording, and I also need to make sure that these bits that are spawn safe, that are possibly outside of the range of that. Up here we're going to be doing a lot of landscaping, and we may then do some leaves hanging off the edge of these non-variety, but for now let me just get this done. I'll be back in a second, and yeah, we'll see how long I've been recording. Alright, we're going to be recording, well, I've been recording for about 28 minutes. I've been playing for quite a bit longer, and I'm happy enough with the progress. This needs a lot more work. However, let me get a quick F2. That should give us an idea of what's going on. I will take this lot, and not that, and that. This needs to go. We need to generate some more, what's the word I'm looking for here? Starlight. We've used it all up doing this, and we didn't actually quite fill this pond, but I'll live with that. I'll probably do a little bit more of this between episodes, and we'll come back to this another episode, not necessarily next episode. I still need to decide what I want to do with this structure, with the temple here. One thought is some kind of Alexandria, and I don't know, I've got so many ideas buzzing through my head, and it's at times it's awkward to even consider what. Oops, that didn't work. Okay. At times I find it difficult to think about various things because I've got so many different ideas. I'm sure you know what that's like when you've got lots of different ideas and projects and thoughts of things you can build and fun you can have, and yeah. And to be honest, whilst I am really excited by that kind of coral tree project, I also acknowledge that for the actual purposes of building, it is probably pretty tedious. Well, not probably. I know it's pretty tedious. It's one of those jobs where we're going to put things in. Right, hang on over here. Let me. Right, getting much better at this landing malarkey. Let's have a look. See what we managed to do in this episode. So yeah, that's not bad. That's what we got from about 4 hours worth. I don't know whether we got anything we didn't get before. You know, it's steady. It's a steady income of ores, which of course you do need to have that on if you're going to stand in the area. We also do need to think about an attuned crystal. Doesn't really matter. I'll turn that off. It doesn't really matter. Because what we need to do is really get this thing going again. Now I don't know whether I have got any attuned crystals in my bag. No, they are. I think that's we've got a couple of celestials. We could stick a celestial in there. We could even tune a celestial. Let's take a fairly. I don't want to waste I can't actually tune that. Let's just whack it in. Sod it. It will hopefully generate me a certain amount of liquid starlight, and yeah. But until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys. Let me know what you think about the crazy build idea. Any suggestions, thoughts, ideas, all of the usual are always gratefully received. But until next time, thanks for watching. Bye for now.